So now I am going to discuss about developmental research design. So what is developmental research? So developmental research is a particular way of addressing the basic questions of why and how to teach what to whom. It involves a cyclical process of small scale in-depth development and evaluation at a content specific level of exemplary teaching learning sequences. It aims to produce an empirically support justification of the inner workings of such a sequence, which it is claimed to be an important contribution to the expertise of teachers, developers, and educational researchers. So it is highlight here content specific level and a sequences. Developmental research design, it is sometimes the researcher is interested to examining changes over time and will need to consider a research design that will capture these changes. So remember, research methods are tools that are used to collect information, while research design is the strategy or blueprint of, for deciding how to collect and analyze information. So research design dictates which methods are used and how. There are three types of developmental research designs. We have a cross-sectional, longitudinal, and sequential. So, what is cross-sectional research design? So, cross-sectional research design are used to examine the behavior in participants of different ages who are tested at the same point in time. Let's suppose that researchers are interested in the relationship between intelligence and aging. They might have a hypothesis that intelligence declines as people get older. The researchers might choose to give a particular intelligence test to individuals who are 20 years old, individuals who are 50 years old, and individuals who are 80 years old at the same time, and compare the data from each age group. Example, you are interested in finding out if life satisfaction changes with age. You send a survey to individuals who are their age is 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75, and 85 years old in 2019, and compare their life satisfaction rating from what you've learned about developmental research design. This research uses a sequential design. If you're interested to find the out their life satisfaction changes with age, then you send a survey. Individuals who their age is 15, 25, 35, 45, 65, 75, and 85 years old in 2019, and compare their life satisfaction rating from what you've learned about developmental research design. So we have here the choices. A is this research uses a sequential design. Differences found could be due to age and cohort effect. Cohort means group of people. So practice effects are a potential risk with this research design. And the third D is the advantages of this research design is the risk of adaptation over time. So the answer is differences found could be due to age or cohort effect because um, they they are different, they are coming from the different group of aging rating in the same year. So next, so number two is types of the developmental research design is the longitudinal research design. So longitudinal research design involves beginning with a group of people who may be of the same age and background and measuring them repeatedly over a long period of time. And it is also used to examine behavior in the same individuals over time. For instance, with our example of studying intelligence and aging, our researchers might conduct a longitudinal study to examine 20-year-olds become less intelligent with age over time. So, so I have here an example. A child in 2004, he is 2 years old. In 2006, he is 4 years old, and in 2008, he is 6 years old. In 2010, he is 8 years old. So this example shows that longitudinal research design because it involves beginning with a group of people who may be of the same age and background. So and measuring them repeatedly over a long period of time. Like we are measuring from this age going upward and to see the development of the child. The arbitration means that it occurs when participants fail to complete all portions of a study. Participants may move, change their phone's numbers, or maybe they are die, or they simply became a disinterested in participating over time. So these are the factors or the problems in this design. So also a selective arbitration. So because we can we don't assure that those participants are interested or maybe they're old na and so we can do this selective arbitration. But selective arbitration, this means that a certain groups of individuals may tend to drop out. It is often to least educated and lower socioeconomic participants who tend to drop out over time. So yeah, so you can find ways that if you avoid this arbitration for your participants to fail, so you select arbitrations. It depends on the participants if they are interested, or you can set a condition so that they will participate to your study. And example, longitudinal research is complicated but high rates of uh, arbitration, generalization, observation, and deception. So it's arbitration. The last developmental research design is sequential. So what is sequential? Sequential research design is include elements of both longitudinal and cross-sectional research design. So we are combining the three types of developmental research design in a sequential. So sequential includes elements both longitudinal cross features. Um, Sectional research design are similar to longitudinal design. Sequential designs features participants who are followed over time. So similar to cross-sectional designs, sequential research includes a participants of different ages. So this research design is also distinct from those that have been discussed previously in that individuals of the different ages and enrolled into a study at various points in time to examine age-related changes, development within the same individuals as they age, and to account for the possibility of cohort or group and or time to measurement effects. Measurement effects. In a study with a sequential design research, a researcher might recruit three separate groups of participants. We have Group A, B, and C. Group A would be recruited when they are 20 years old in 2010 and would be tested again when um, they are 50 years old and 80 years old in 2040 and 2070. So respectively, similar in design to the longitudinal study described previously, Group B would be recruited when they are 20 years old in 2040 and would be tested again when they are 50 years old in 2070. Group C would be recruited when they are 20 years old in 2070, and so on. So we have here an example that involves a following a group of research participants for an intended period of time. So A, naturalistic observation, B, longitudinal research, and C, archival research, and D, cross-sectional research. So of course, is longitudinal research because involves the following a group of research participants for an extended period of time. Extended. So when we use this design, so we use this developmental research design if we are trying to describe development and changes. The research designs become especially important because we are interested in what changes and what stays the same with age. These techniques try to examine how age, cohort, gender, and social class impact development. If the described research design is provided here to help you as you consider what sorts of studies would be the best conducted using each of these different approaches. So the importance of developmental research design is to examine changes and provide information on age differences and examine changes within individuals over time, provides a developmental analysis and examine changes within individual over time and examine changes between participants of different ages and can be used to examine cohort effects and can be used to examine time and history effects. And that's all. Thank you, dear.